Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me today. Today I am going to show you how to make this absolutely adorable little Valentine's Day card, or really it can be an any occasion card, using some products from our brand new occasions catalog that went live on January 3rd, so just earlier this week, along with something that you can get for free out of the Sale-a-bration brochure. So I did a walkthrough on my iStampin Live a couple of days ago, so if you would like to see that and enter a giveaway, I'll link that down below. And I just walked through both the brochure and the catalog and just showed you some items that I had here in my stamp room, some physical products. But I thought that I would create this absolutely adorable card using the brand new Lovely Wishes and Heart Happiness. So you can find both of these stamp sets in our occasions catalog. This one obviously is really geared towards Valentine's Day, but really you can use this for any occasion. And then this Lovely Wishes, I'm going to do some masking with this You Warm My Heart. So I'm going to show you all the products that you're going to need. This note card, this is in our Sale-a-bration, which you can earn for free. It's the tuitti-fruitti note card pack. Let me find it here. So you can find that on page 14, the tuitti-fruitti cards and envelopes, that's what they're calling it. So you get 16 pre-printed cards, and I'm using the Lemon Lime Twist today. You also are going to need your Sweet Sugar Plum ink pad along with your Memento Tuxedo Black ink. I'm going to be using the brand new tuitti-fruitti adhesive back sequins just to give a little sparkle to the front of the card. My linen thread, along with the Sweet and Sassy framelits. So that's what we're going to be using to cut out these hearts. You're also going to want to grab some watercolor paper along with your lemon lime twist ink and matching cardstock. I kind of drew a blank right there. And then lastly, I did some watercoloring with our watercolor pencils. And if you have the watercolor pencils, you'll want to grab your Rich Raspberry and Old Olive. But for demonstration purposes, I'm going to show you the Lemon Lime Twist. I'm going to replace the Old Olive with Lemon Lime Twist watercolor pencil. And this is actually in our occasions catalog. If you happen to see my walkthrough, I mentioned that the Lots of Happy card kit comes with 4 watercolor pencils. This is an all-inclusive card kit, and one of them is the Lemon Lime Twist. So if you happen to have this kit or just would like to get this color, you actually get Lemon Lime Twist and Flirty Flamingo. So those are 2 colors that aren't available in the regular watercolor pencil pack. So we're going to go ahead and use Lemon Lime Twist, and you can tell me which version you prefer, if you prefer the Old Olive or that one. So why don't we get started? And this card is actually really fun to make. Like I said, I'm going to show you some masking. It's quite easy, especially because the stamps are photopolymer, which means that you can see through them. So that's perfect. So the first thing that you are going to do is just grab your Lemon Lime Twist note card, and it's white on the inside, so that's really nice. It's a really nice weight, fun stripes. Then the next thing you're going to do is just go ahead and grab your Lemon Lime Twist cardstock. You can just get like a scratch piece of cardstock, and we're going to be stamping this image right here using Lemon Lime Twist ink on this cardstock. So a little bit of tone on tone. So you are going to need to stamp 2 of these. And let me grab my Stampin' Pierce mat. With photopolymer stamps, it's nice to have a cushion to get a really good impression with your stamps. Okay, so we've got those 2 right there. Now what you're going to want to do is to find the coordinating heart from your Sweet and Sassy framelits. It's really easy to find. And you're going to run this through the Big Shot twice. So you're going to have 2 hearts, which I already have right here. So that's what it's going to look like. So I'll put this off to the side. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is just go ahead and grab a piece of your watercolor paper. I cut this 3 inches by 6 inches, so I think that should be plenty big. And you're going to want to get this image right here, and we're going to ink that up in Memento Tuxedo black ink. So I'm going to go ahead and do this first. This will allow the ink to dry before I start doing the watercoloring. And you want to use the Memento, you want to use an archival based ink when you do any kind of watercoloring, just so that the ink doesn't bleed when you do when you start to use your aqua painter. Okay, and because this is, the watercolor paper has kind of like an orange peel texture to it, you do want to hold the stamp down a little bit longer than normal, just so that the ink can soak into the fibers. There we go. And if you don't get like a super great impression, that's okay, because with the watercoloring, we'll kind of take care of that. Because you can kind of see like up here, it's not as crisp as it is down there, but that's quite all right. All right, so let's go ahead and do our sentiment. Now I am going to be using Sweet Sugar Plum for this. And I'm going to be using this sentiment from Lovely Wishes, You Warm My Heart. But what I want is I want the you and the warm on the same line like I did here. So I'm going to show you how to do masking. It's really simple, and like I said, with the photopolymer stamps, it makes it so much easier. So to do the masking, I like to use either post-it note tape or just some, post-it notes. And I've got my sentiment up on my block. So the first thing that I'm going to do is just go ahead and take a post-it note, and I'm going to cover up all the words except for you. Okay? And now I'm going to go ahead and ink this up in the Sweet Sugar Plum. And if you followed my videos before, I've done this technique. It's called masking, and it's simple and just a lot of fun. It really gives you a lot of options with your stamps. If you want to have the stamps in a different orientation, it's really nice. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is go ahead and clean off the ink. I'm just using a baby wipe. And what I'm going to do is cover up my heart again with that sticky note. And now I'm going to cover up the U, because I just want the warm to be inked up. Okay. I'm just making sure that no other letters are showing. Okay, and go ahead and ink up the warm. And it's always the most important thing is to remove the sticky notes. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here, and because I can see through here, I'm going to line up the warm with the U. Okay, and it's just like that, and I'll get a little bit closer so you can see that. So you can see how easy that was. Okay, then go ahead and clean off your stamp again. And then now all we have to do is cover up you and the warm. Whoops, the you and the warm. So now we're just inking up my heart. Okay, remove the sticky note and then come in here. And that is how easy it is. So like I said, this just really gives you a ton of options if you want to stack your words a little bit differently. And then you're going to come in and use the exact same framelit that you used to cut out the lemon lime twist. Okay, but before we do that, let's go ahead and do our watercoloring, because we can cut both of these out at the same time. So like I said, I am going to be using rich raspberry and lemon lime twist. And if you've never done used the watercolor pencils before, guys, this is so foolproof. What you want to, this is what I'm doing. I don't know if this is the best way to do it or the proper way to do it, but I get good results. So I'm just going to really press in and lay down a lot of color just in the center of all these little flowers. And then I'll come back in with the aqua painter and I'll be able to move the color around. So I'm going to do that for all the flowers, and then I'll come back and do the exact same thing for the leaves. And I'll speed this up so that you don't have to watch me do this, but it doesn't take very long. So it looks like I've colored all, whoops, I see when I forgot, all the images. And so now what you're going to do is grab your aqua painter. So I've got water already in here, and what this is you just unscrew the top and you'll just fill the barrel with just regular tap water. And then here it's a brush in that gets wet. I like to have just a little paper towel right here. Just make sure that I've got enough water. And then what you're going to do is just come in here, and I start in the center and I just make small little circles, and then I just pull the color towards the edge of the flower. And if you get too much water, if you feel like the brush is too wet, just wipe it on your paper towel to remove some of that water. So I'm going to do this for all of the flowers. And then I'll come back and do the leaves. And I see a leaf that I forgot to color in. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe this, get all that color off. Now I'm going to come in and just blend in the lemon lime twist on the leaves. So what do y'all think about the occasions and celebration catalogs? Do y'all just love them? I just think they are so fun this year. I can't wait to play with everything. And if this is your first time being introduced to Sale-a-bration, what this is, it's Stampin' Up's biggest sale of the year. So for every $50 that you spend before tax and shipping, you're able to choose an item for free out of the Sale-a-bration brochure. And there's 2 levels this year. Stampin' Up has a level 1 which is for $50 items, and then you can increase to the level 2 items. So if you spend $100 or more, you can either get two $50 level items or one $100 level item. So that is using the lemon lime twist pencil. All right, and so for this one, we're going to cut it out using a larger framelit from the same collection. So I'm going to cut both of these out. Okay, and now we can start putting our card together. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap linen thread around the front of the card and tie a bow. So let's see here. So I just want to make sure that I have enough. And I'm going to tie the bow towards the left side of the card. And what I like to do is go ahead and tie a knot. And that makes tying the bow just a little bit easier. There we go. Okay, and I'm just going to pull the tails, and I'll cut this at the end. And these stripes here, it's from my nail polish. Okay, and one item I think I forgot to mention is the Lemon Lime Twist, the 3/8 inch mini striped ribbon. So I'm just going to cut just about that much. So I'm going to cut the ends off a little bit better. So it's about 5.5 inches. So let's go ahead and see if I can do some nice clean cuts. Go. And that's just going to kind of go right there. So I'm going to just take my snail and just run a line of adhesive right there. And just go ahead and put the ribbon right there. And I can adjust that if I need to. Okay, and then I can move this down just a little bit. Okay, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the 2 hearts that I cut out in Lemon Lime Twist, and I'm just going to kind of layer them right about here. Let's see. I want this to be a little bit closer to the striped ribbon. There we go. And then this will go down here. About like that. Now the heart that we watercolored, I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. And that's going to go about right there, just kind of overlapping. We're overlapping the hearts, just like so. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the smaller heart that we stamped the sentiment on. Just go ahead and put your dimensionals on there. And that's going to go right about there. So each one of these cards, if you're making something like this for Valentine's Day, will be different, which is really nice, unique. So now I'm going to come in and cut my tails. And if you want the bow to be a little bit smaller, you can do that. Cut them again. Okay. And then to complete the card, just to finish it off, I'm grabbing the Lemon Lime Twist adhesive back sequins, and there's a little glue dot on the back, so just make sure that you pick that up as well. And I'm just going to place these around the top of the card, see if I can kind of cover up some of my nail smudges. And just randomly place them on the front. I like to do like a little visual triangle with these. So put that one right there. And that is it. Just a really sweet, like I said, all occasion card or a Valentine's Day card, kind of in non-traditional colors. But let me bring my sample in, the first one that I made, and so you can see the difference. Hopefully you can see the difference in the leaves. So this was using the old olive pencil, which comes in the watercolor pencil pack, and then this is using the Lemon Lime Twist pencil that comes in the Lots of Happy card kit that you can find in the Occasions catalog. So I hope you liked these two. I hope you liked this project. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Again, this was using the Lovely Wishes stamp set and the Heart Happiness stamp set and the Sweet and Sassy framelets. If you have any questions about Sale-a-bration, how it works, if you have the front of the brochure, you can see that there's 3 different ways to save during Sale-a-bration. Shopping, like I said, with your every $50 before tax and shipping. Hosting a qualifying party, which means online as well, or joining my team. If you have any questions about any of that, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.